Hi guys, I thought I'd do a Blu-ray update, but I especially wanted to do a review on this box set, well, collection that I picked up recently of Lethal Weapon, the Lethal Weapon Collection on Blu-ray. I'm really pleased I picked this up. I got it for £25 in Tesco, and I'm really happy with it, to be honest with you. I mean, to be honest with you, when you look at the packaging itself, it doesn't blow you away. But I like it because it's uniformed, if you know what I mean. It's, you know, it actually looks like it all belongs to a set, and it's not just like another pickup that I'll show you in a second, where it's just put together in a box. This has actually been made specifically for being sold all together like this. So looking at the picture, no Riggs or Murtaugh on the front, but they are on the back, and it's very standardised pictures taken from the movies, the movie posters themselves, and just tells you a bit about each movie you're getting. And yeah, I mean, it's a fairly nice packaging. Unfortunately, what's disappointing is when you take it out. The casing's really nice. I really like the casing, but the artwork is almost exactly the same, with just the credits of each movie, and the same sort of information about the movie on the back. But when you open it up, it's a mixed bag. No artwork inside, unfortunately, as well, so that's a bit disappointing. What I do like though is the discs. They're sort of like done in the style of the picture on the front. So, and they just got the you know, the lettering. The numbering on the disc itself. So you got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you've got all 4 movies in there, and you've got a bonus disc, which I'll talk about in a second. I'll say what I think about the films. I love the first 2 a lot. I think they're fantastic. One and 2 are just brilliant 80s action movies, and they still stand the test of time now. I'm a big fan of 1, but I actually think that 2 is a little bit more bigger budget. And I love the story of both of them as well. So I'd say they're on par with each other. I wouldn't actually say that one is better than the other one, really, on the first 2. I like them equally. For me, I like 3. I think it's a good film. But it's a little bit more going towards you sort of lost Mel Gibson's character, Martin Riggs has lost his hard edge, which he seems to. You know, I mean, he has it in 1, which is pretty cool. You know, he's this psycho cop on the edge, and he still sort of hasn't lost it in 2. But in 3, basically, he's just it's become sort of more of a slapstick buddy movie with Leo Getz, who's played by Joe Pesci, and I don't know. He's great in 2. I think he's a really funny character in 2, but it just seems a little bit too much crowbarred into the 3rd one. But I mean, there's some great scenes in there still. I mean, and you know, the introduction of Rene Russo in this is you know, it's pretty good. 4, probably my least favourite, but I still like it too. Jet Li's great in it, and you know, it's still a great story. When I say least favourite, I still like it, but it's sort of more of an all-out sort of comedy thriller kind of thing. It sort of gets more slapstick as the films go on, but I mean, even in the first one, it had a lot of humour. I mean, why I like these films, I suppose, is to do with the director. Is one of my favourite directors of all time, and it's Richard Donner, who I think is greatly underrated as a director. I mean, he's directed some fantastic movies, The Omen, Superman 1, and all the good parts of Superman 2, and The Goonies, of course, he's done that as well. So yeah, yeah, he's a great director and very much underrated. And the bonus disc on this is I like the extras. You've got all of the trailers in there in HD, and the bonus disc is pretty good. They've got everybody like who helped develop the movie. They've got people back to interview and talk about you know, the genesis of Lethal Weapon. It's all in the bonus disc. It's all brand new stuff. They've actually got Mel Gibson and Danny Glover and Richard Donner all together talking together. I think it was in March of this year. In a retrospective documentary which covers the whole of the bonus disc. So yeah, I'd highly recommend this collection for you, this Lethal Weapon collection, and I think it's a great pickup, especially if you're a fan of the movies. I would say it's definitely worth the upgrade. The picture quality on Lethal Weapon 1 is good. It's really good. It's as good as you can hope for. They've not really cleaned it up a great deal. They haven't like DNR'd it or anything. There's still grain there, and I think when I was watching Lethal Weapon 2, I was actually very impressed with that. I think the film stock they made with Lethal Weapon 2 was probably a bit better than the first one, and it definitely shows. It looks fantastic in Blu-ray. So yeah, I'd highly recommend the Lethal Weapon collection on Blu-ray. When I was saying like how I like this is a uniform set, I'll go on to the other thing I picked up, which is the Spider-Man high definition trilogy, and it's I don't think you still can't, or I don't know if they were planning to bring out Spider-Man 1 and 2 on Blu-ray, but well, over here I'm not sure. But you get one. What I wanted was basically 1 and 2 in Blu-ray. I already had 3 anyway. And Spider-Man 2 is one of the best superhero films ever made, and I still like Spider-Man. It's a great film, even though like the Green Goblin looks a bit shit, but it is still a good film. Regardless how he looks, William Dafoe plays the character really well. And 3, I just think is such a unnecessary mess of a sequel, but I just don't take it out of the packaging. It's just unfortunate I've got 2 versions of two Blu-ray versions of a film I don't really care for, but I just feel that 3 took away a lot from the first 2. Saying that Sandman killed Uncle Ben, which kind of made the whole sort of reason for Peter Parker becoming Spider-Man totally redundant. And I suppose the one thing I do like about Spider-Man 3, it kind of sort of ties up the story of Harry Osborn, but I don't really care for it. I'd quite happily just watch 1 and 2 and forget about this one, to be honest with you. Anyway, that's Spider-Man I picked up. $14.99 at Play, so you can't really moan about that price. I got Iron Man 2 when it came out. I really haven't done it in an update, and yes, I still like it. I still think it's a great film. I'd probably say that 1 was a little bit better, but I really liked Iron Man 2. Still do. I think it's good fun, and it's nothing amazing. For me, it's not the greatest film of this year. Inception and another film I'll show you was better than this, but it's Iron Man. I love Iron Man. I've loved Iron Man since I was a very young teenager, so I'm gonna enjoy every part of this film. I mean, Tony Stark for me makes the movie anyway. Tony Stark is the most interesting character in parts 1 and 2. So the suit. So when I mean, it's interesting when he's not in the suit as much as he is in it. So I really don't have any real complaints about what happens at the end and the small fight, because for me, I've enjoyed it all the way through with the Tony Stark scenes. Anyway, probably one joint best film of the year with Inception. I got Toy Story 3, and we plan to all watch this together. I haven't had a chance to really view it, but I'm sure that the HD quality is going to be amazing. And this is the Play.com exclusive cover, and looking forward to watching it with the family. And I got, last but not least, I picked up a great family movie that was come out when I was very young, or young, probably not very young, but yeah, The Dark Crystal, and watched it again, and it's still an amazing film. And the puppetry work by Jim Henson is just amazing. It still stands the test of time, and it looks fantastic on Blu-ray. Looks really good. They've done a wonderful job of you know, making it look as good as it can, and it's got a load of special features on here. So if you haven't seen The Dark Crystal, or you remember it as a good film, I'd say give it a try, because it's definitely worth, you know, if you like the fantasy type films, definitely worth getting The Dark Crystal. What actually made me look it up was when I saw the Legend of the Seeker, the Zack Snyder movie. It kind of, you know, that was a sort of a children's movie. It was quite dark, and it kind of reminded me of this. So I checked this out. So it was a really good price, under £10, and I picked it up, and I don't regret it at all. So that's my Blu-ray update. Until hopefully the Inception briefcase turns up on Saturday. But considering that we have had terrible weather with the snow and everything, it could be looking like Monday or Tuesday I'll get it. But fingers crossed, I'll get it on Saturday. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my recommendations, and I'll catch you later.